Welcome to lesson 77 of algebraic concepts, geometric sequences. So this is fifth in a series of 6. So the next one will be the last one in a series of dealing with sequences and patterns. So geometric sequences. And we know that geometric sequences multiply from term to term. And division is the same as multiplication, except for you multiply by the inverse of the number or the upside down. So here's our objective, our vocabulary, our formulas, which we looked at in the last form. So that was only the recursive, but you're going to have to look at the last video to get the explicit formula. So a bouncing ball decreases by 1/4 each foot on by 1/4 foot on each bounce. What is the height of the ball after the fourth bounce? It is dropped from 16 feet. So this lesson is actually an application, a physical application of formulas. So 1/4 is our ratio. Our A1 is 16. So I guess we are looking at a pattern. So the fourth bounce. So if we start from 16 and we multiply by 1/4, we get 16 over 4, which is 4. Then we times it. So this is A1. Then A2. Then multiply it by 1/4. That's 4 over 4. We get 1. And that is A3. So on the fourth bounce, here we go, is 1/4. 1/4 of a foot, a quarter foot. What's a quarter foot? 3 inches. So there we go. Here's an application of sequences. Determine if the sequence is geometric, then find the next term. So let's see. Negative 1/4 times 2 would give us, times negative 2 would give us 1/2. Times negative 2 would give us 1. Times, what do we give us? Negative 1 times negative 2 would give us 2. Okay, so it looks like we're multiplying by negative 2. So if we multiply by negative 2, we get negative 4. So that was A1. A2 was 1/2. A3 was negative 1. A4 was positive 2. And then A5 is what we were looking for, the fifth term of the sequence. Okay, using the formula below, find the ninth term of 220, 200, 2000. All right, so it looks like we're multiplying by 10. Yeah, by 10. Okay, so the ninth term, A1 is 2. Our R is 10. 10 to the 9 minus 1. So 2 times 10 to the 8th is 2 times 10 to the 8th. You can leave it in scientific notation, but if you really wanted to write it I don't think the calculator is going to do that. 2 times 10 caret 8. Oh, it did do it. Okay. So it looks like 200 million. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 8 zeros. So I didn't think I think the calculator goes to 9 or 10 spaces. So well, we got that. Okay, so we want the recursive formula. So that is different than the formula we've been using. So let's see, how do we go from 1/4 to 3/4? Well, 1 times 3 is 3, but we got a negative. So it looks like we're multiplying by -3 over 1 times -3 over 1, which gives us positive 9/4 times -3 over 1 gives us -27 over 4. Okay, so that's what we have. So the recursive formula is our d. So a to the n equals -3 times a to the n minus 1 as a subscript. Okay, that's all we do. Alrighty then. You need the preceding term. When you have, all right, so let me make a statement about this. With the explicit formula, all you need is the number of the sequence. So you need the 34th term or the 72nd term. When you're dealing with the recursive formula, you need the preceding term. So be careful about that. So if you're looking for the 7th term, you would need -3 times a, but you would need the 6th term here. That is one major difference between the explicit and recursive formula. With the recursive formula, you need the preceding term, the term before the one you're looking for. So that might not always help you out. So I would say be careful when using the recursive formula. But there is a use for it. So those were our 4 examples. I will see you at the end of the video for the review. Okay, so those were our 4 examples, and I will try to practice problems. I think there are 3 of them, and I will see you at the end of the video. Okay, so determine whether the sequence could be geometric, arithmetic, or neither. Then find the next 4 terms in the pattern. So it looks like we're multiplying by 1/10 or dividing by 10, because how do I know? The decimal point moved over. If there's no decimal point in a number, it goes at the end. And when you divide by 10, all you do is move it over. So multiply by 1/10, multiply by 1/10. If it's the same thing, it makes it geometric. So if we multiply by 1/10, we get 0.0456, and we're looking for 4 terms. That's 1.00456. That's 2.12345 That's 3. And 4 will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6. 1 0, 2 zeros, 3 zeros, 4 zeros. And you don't need a sequential pattern because you're just moving a decimal point 1 to the left, which is division by 10. Okay. For find the indicated term of the sequence. So this is a to the 8th for 1, -5. So it looks like we're multiplying by -5 here. Yeah, by -5, by -5. All right, so our A1 is 1, our D is -5, and so for the 8th term, I would use an explicit formula here, which is 1 times -5 to the n minus 1, and 1 times -5 to the 7th power, which equals negative. And how do I know it was negative? Because I'm multiplying 7 5s, which is an odd number. And anytime you have a negative exponent, you will get a negative answer, 78,125. Okay, so for this one, they want us to write a recursive formula for the nth term of a sequence. So the recursive formula, you need the ratio, and that's all you need is the ratio. So 0.3 to 1.2, it looks like you're multiplying by 4. Yeah, 0.3 times 4 is 1.2 times 4 is 4.8 times 4. Okay, so if our ratio is 4, we got a to the n equals 4 times a to the n minus 1. And when it's a subscript, that means you need the preceding term, the term before it. So series questions come up on standardized tests. So it's good to know them. And we got one more series to deal with. So this is 5 out of 6. Thank you for watching the video. If you like what you saw, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. And I will see you on the next video.